Hi, my name's John Kett. This is Unit 2, Assignment 2.2. I'm going to be looking at how to cook meals safely on the fire. And the first meal I'm going to do is I'm going to bake this baked potato. The fire's pretty hot at the moment, and I know that obviously what's going to bake this is going to be the heat rather than the flame. So I'm going to actually place it a little bit on the outskirts of the fire to stop my potato from burning. And I'm going to heat up some beans. We're going to put some heat through the beans to go with this particular meal. So that'll be my first meal that I'm going to cook on this fire. Okay, so I'm going to pop this potato here in an area that's close to the heat but not directly in the flame, using my safety glove and in the respect positions. That's a good area of heat just here at the back. There's not really any flame there, so I'm just going to let that bake there for a while. So this fire had started as a pyramid. What I'm starting to do now is actually change the lay of the fire, so it's going to sort of centralize the sticks a bit more and place them more linear. Because what I'm trying to do is actually reduce the amount of flame, so it just really is generating more heat, so that when I come to heat up my beans in just a moment, I can focus that heat more specifically in one location for the beans. So I think this is what I remember from the video, is like a hunter's fire, whereby it centralized the sticks. I'm also going to put a couple of longer sticks either side, so I can create like a ledge to put my beans on. The fire's doing really well now, so it really has taken hold, but I'm hoping as I separate out the sticks a bit, it should reduce that flame and start to bring out more of the, like I said, more of just the heat rather than flame. Position. Here. Sticks into the middle on the outside. Roll my potato over so it's getting browned on both sides, not just on one side. Here I've started to separate and centralize the sticks there into the middle, so hopefully shortly that flame should reduce a bit. Okay, so those flames have started to die down now, which is great. The fire's gone, but popping out some serious heat, so I'm just going to set up some like a platform to put my my tin on to put some heat through the beans. So what I'm going to do is into the respect position here. Found two nice long flat logs which I can lay either side, like so. There's a platform, and I'm going to use this mesh which I'm going to place over the top, nice and stable there. Here there's some cherry blossom that's fallen in my pan. I'm sure it'll taste amazing, but I'm going to pop this to on the edge. Respect position, open my beans, gloves off for that bit. Yeah, delicious. And I'm still close to the fire, I'm just going to use my gloves. I pour this into the pan. Okay. Pop this centre there to get some heat through those beans. Delicious. I've got my stick to stir. It's going to be a minute or two. That'd be great. Amazing. I think one of the ways that we're most familiar with sort of campfire cooking is probably like toasted marshmallows. But to be able to actually talk to children in a forest school session about all the different ways in which we can cook. There's toasting, like the potato here, there's baking, there's heating in the pan there, and at the moment we're just putting heat through those beans at the moment to cook those and run heat through them. But there are other ways. In my second meal we're going to look at frying, and we're going to look at boiling. I'm going to boil some eggs, I'm going to fry some bread to have some boiled eggs on toast, which I'm very excited about as well. But for the first meal here, I've got my beans and I've got my potato. So it's good to explore different ways of cooking, whether it's toasting, baking, boiling or frying. Lots of options. Give those beans another stir. Okay, so here we go. You can see, look at those beans. You see those bubbling away nicely now, and that potato is got a lovely golden colour too. So in a moment I'm going to crack open that potato, add a nice dollop of butter, and enjoy those beans with maybe a bit of grated cheese. All right, super. That's the first meal done. My waste removal procedure would always be to make sure that nothing gets left at the site where the campfire took place. So no food waste left over, and no packaging left over either. Anything that possibly can be recycled gets recycled. Anything that has to go in general waste goes in general waste. But recycling would always be the preferred method, and absolutely doing a site check. So in a moment when the fire is finished and we're closing down the fire for the night and extinguishing it safely and leaving it around, the checks also involve making sure that no packaging or food waste has been left behind. So making sure that gets bagged, and then when back at base or back at home, those things get responsibly recycled as well. Something like this lid of this tin can obviously can be dangerous to not only humans but animals as well. So again, as part of the waste, talking to the children. In this instance, I've kept the lid of that can inside, the lid of the can inside the can to keep it nice and safe and away, and then keep it bagged and returned to base. For my next meal, I'm going to try 2 different cooking techniques. I'm going to be doing boiling of my eggs, and I'm going to be doing some fried bread to go with those. So here's my pan with some water in, which I'm going to place with my fire hand over the fire like so, keeping it out of the flame as much as possible but over the heat. Here's my frying pan, which I'm going to place next to it, also over the heat. I'm going to wait to start seeing some bubbles from the water as my water starts to boil. And for the frying pan, I've got some butter here, which I'm going to add into that pan to fry my bread in. Okay, not sure if you can see on the video here, but these spring blossoms falling down. It looks like snow here, but it's a really special time of year in Korea. The blossoms only really last a couple of weeks, so I'm glad we've caught these on the video. Anyway, my butter's all melted. The water is starting to steam a little bit and start to boil, so I'm going to add the eggs in carefully now and pop some bread into that melted butter. So here we go. So I'm gonna get down to the respect position now. I have to change my hand because my gloved hand is this one here. And I'm gonna pop this, there we go, carefully into the pan. Beautiful. And my other piece of bread next to it. That's fantastic. Okay, and I'm gonna get my eggs. And I just lay that there. Respect position. Very carefully. In fact, if I drop these in, I'm gonna burn my hands, so I'm just gonna lower them in. Get a spoon to lower these in. Slowly, otherwise we're just gonna, there we go, here's number one in, number two, amazing. So this lay of the fire has been actually ideal. Like, it's a slightly larger fire than just providing heat. It's been a little bit more spread out to give some nice even heat below. The logs that I placed on looking nice and white and got a nice red glow to them, so providing some great heat now. So yeah, should be a few minutes, and hopefully we'll have some nice fried bread and some boiled eggs. I think boiled eggs probably will, I want them hard boiled I think today, so I'll give them a good sort of 7 or 8 to 10 minutes, and then got the fried bread as well. Okay. Okay, so the bread has been frying for about 10 minutes and so have my eggs, so I think we're just about there now. The toast has gone a lovely golden brown, eggs are boiling away nicely. Before I eat and then go any further, I'm going to talk about hand washing. So that's obviously going to be an important part of what we talk to the children about as well. And so probably one of the most practical ways, once we're out in the forest, we could pop back into school and wash our hands and so on. More commonly, since we've started forest school here and we've needed to have like snack time and stuff, we've just gone for hand gel. Great if we can wash hands and so on, but hand gel does the job as well. So I'm going to just pop a little bit on there now. There we go, and then just all set. Put that back down. Fantastic job. So nice clean hands. There's actually also, if we're actually on the mountain, Ansan, which is the mountain next to school, is fantastic as well, because there's actually loads of bathrooms that have been put on the mountain as well. Not loads, but certainly often within a short distance, you can get to those bathrooms quite easily. You go, do you want to have a little look at the toast there, which is, if you can see that, it's browned up nicely, and the eggs have been boiling steadily as well. So just gonna grab those out now. Gloves back on. Plate at the ready. And for the toast, respect position. Get these two pieces out of a frying pan. That's the way. I'm just going to leave that on the edge there to cool down. It's a safe place for it. The eggs, respect position again. Just going to lift these out. Oh, dinner of champions. There we go. Amazing. Just going to pop these. Pop this on the side there as well. In fact, I'm going to put it on the opposite side to balance out the weight away from the main heat of the fire. Fantastic.